motherfucking place tonight. The show's about to start, guys. Everybody get to your seats. Bronsolino's coming to the stage. That's a minute of beatbox it. That's a quick minute of beatbox. Beatbox. I just did an entire minute of beatboxing. Alright, welcome back to Wessin The World. I'm Wes, I'm creating YIN YANG world, and yeah, I got check shite. Found this. Thought I'd lost it, but I didn't. And I found it, so I'm happy. I'm just expressing this because I feel like after the last Wessin The World, I was a little bit edgy. I was a little bit, trying to be direct, and it's just not what this is about. It's not what this is about, because Wessin The World is not about this. It was originally supposed to be just a meditation explanation over a period of few episodes. I was going to break it down, and I was going to break down my view of the world. And we just got into race straight away. I was nowhere near prepared for a race episode. Still waiting for people to be offended at that one. I think they will be. I got some very out there views on it. But I just thought I'd try and attack it at its basis, at its foundation. Racism. Just try and break it down. Just again. So if anyone's watching that's racist, they can go, no one's actually ever explained it to me. They've just scorned me for my racist beliefs. Oh God! All we know of racists are their racist beliefs. Oh, that's a good point, actually. All we know of racists are their racist beliefs, because we don't want to know anything after that. We don't want to believe that they're humans. Oh God. And yeah, it's easy to believe that they aren't humans, but the more you treat them like they're not humans, the more they continue under the belief that they're not humans, and they could just go around doing whatever they want, being autonomous, like killing machines that can kill people and don't feel things, because the people that feel don't feel anything towards them. But yeah, so there's this realization I had, and it was about just putting more peace out into the world. I know it's an old cliched idea, but there's a lot of cruelty in the world, and the way that you face cruelty is not with cruelty, it's with understanding. Trying to understand peace, compassion. There we go. So, what is compassion? Compassion is showing not sympathy, but trying to understand the other person's situation. Very difficult to understand someone that is so racist. But you have to, because there's a human behind those beliefs. Well, even more importantly, there's you behind those beliefs. There's a little piece of you. There's the piece of every human being in the universe, and out of that is like an awareness. And then they put their racist beliefs on top of that. They're not racist to their core. It's just they've been wired that way. And this wasn't to defend racists. This was to put out the idea that we can't fight fire with fire, because that's what they do. Like John Lennon said, you can't fight these people. They've trained for thousands thousands of years they've been fighting. The competitive. They've been fighting each other out for ages. This cruelty never changes. War never changes. But fire, it's always fire with these people, these automatons, these governmental structures, these mass populous centre points. They just become faceless monsters because they can't appease the needs of the people, because the needs of the people became too great, because everyone in the country looks to them. So the only way that they can decide is by being emotionless. We are protecting the peace. Move, old man. I'm protecting the peace. Oh, protection. Jeez. But yeah, we cannot and we will not, if I can help it. We cannot fight fire with fire. I don't even know why that's a common saying. Fight fire with fire. Fight fire with fire. It's actually a sick metal. It's like this sick Metallica song. Check it out. I think that's off And Justice for All. No? I don't know. But yeah, early Metallica is sick. I don't care what anyone says. They did go shit, but that's old age. You know what I mean? The law of diminishing returns, bro. You just start falling apart. The closer you get to the sun, the less body parts you need. The sun being death. Death is good, not a morbid thing. Death in the Hindu religion is the beginning of the next great adventure. If we started looking at life like death is the next great adventure, we'd, for one, not be scared by death and stay in our house and lock ourselves away. We won't be scared, which is the current paradigm at the moment with atheism, because they don't officially believe in anything, which means that they've entirely pushed out the connection, and then they're sad and they don't know why. But I'm just trying to say, you got to believe in something outside of yourself, even if that outside of yourself that's as a god with a name. You don't agree with that religion, you know, to join a religion, just know that all this is here for a reason, because everything seems to be around me for a reason. The trees are there for a reason. The wind is there for a reason. Rain happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Why can't this whole universe be for a particular reason? But anyway, atheists, yeah, just believe in a god. You don't have to believe into a specific, you don't have to join a cult. Just believe in something more powerful outside of yourself. Well, not even more powerful. Just believe in something outside of yourself that's controlling 50% of your life, because that's pretty much the case. You put your 50% in, what you get is the 50% back, and the whole 100% is what happens in the situation. You put your application form in, you put 50% into the application form, and then you get 50% back. You can't put in 45% and expect 50 back. So you should have pushed for that extra 5. But anyway, aside on from the point. What was my point? Yes. We have to break the wheel. We have to resort to Daenerys tactics. We have to break the wheel until she loses her mind, and then the whole end goes off the rails. But I still believe to this day, anyone that's into Game of Thrones, if you're going to leave the 7 kingdoms in the hands of anyone, leave it in the hands of the history of the land. The Bran, who's now been taken over by the Three-Eyed Raven, the Three-Eyed Raven is literally the history book of that land. Who better to guide than an impartial, stoic, crippled boy controlled by a Three-Eyed Raven? That's the best ending. Goes to anyone else, it's going to be garbage. I can happily say that I'm happy that the series ended at that point. But yeah, anyway, moving on to the point. What was my point? I keep falling down these points. We can't put more cruelty out into the world and expect anyway, I had to like jump back and just have a listen to what I was just saying because I did lose track quite heavily in the middle there. But it's okay because I didn't go too far from my point anyway. It was you can't fight fire with fire. So you can't put more hate into the world and expect to get love back. It's the basic principle of the universe. The fundamental noble truth of the universe is if you run around wild, you get smacked, and that's the rules of the universe, as John Lennon said. But what I'm saying is, fight fire with fire is wrong. But that's the tactic that they're using. It's a tactic that they've always used, and it's a tactic. And when I say they, I don't mean the opposition, because in this, the only opposition is, what was the word now? The only opposition, oh for God's sake, what did I say? Oh no, it was my friend that said it. Oh, fudge cake. Cruelty. Can't put more cruelty into the world and expect kindness back. Can't do it. But we know that what they're using is cruelty. So we have an advantage we have an advantage over the enemy, which is cruelty. And because we have that advantage, we know what they're going to do. They're going to try and come at us with cruelty, and we have to meet them with kindness. We have to invoke the emotional part of them, and it does still exist in them. If we don't turn them into monsters with our statuses and fuck the pigs and da 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 da, we can't demonize these people and expect them to turn into angels. So that's all I'd say, really. You know, it was a massive realization for me because sometimes I do go a bit extra, and sometimes I do put down people's intelligence if they are being horrible to someone for no reason. Like I defended someone with a racist opinion last night, and everyone was surprised, but everyone dove on him. Everyone just jumped on him. It was a perfectly normal question. It was like, how much are they spending on? That's like spending so much more money on Black Lives Matter that they don't have enough money like to support us through the COVID pandemic. Perfectly acceptable question. And everyone dove on him, and it was just ridiculous. But yeah, so what I would say is that you can't be cruel to get kind. Another saying that was wrong the first time. You can't be cruel to can't be just rewriting the whole book. You can't fight fire with fire, guys. It makes more fire. Fight fire with water. Bellends. Another one as well. Can't be cruel to be kind. Oh, no, that kind of works out. That works out. But you can't be cruel and expect kind, I would say. You know? Can't be a dick and expect pussy, bruh. Okay. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me. This has been a shorter one, but it's just about, you know, cruelty plus cruelty equals cruelty. Forever. It never changes. Thank you very much for joining me. I've been Wes. I've been in your world. Stay blessed. Don't stress. You never know what's next. And it's getting more and more exciting by the day. It's not scary. Don't take him just because you can. Your smile is like breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain. I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep. There's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. Jolene, 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 please don't take her just because you can. High, no better than to stay outside. You'll run how high, no better than to stay outside. No way, no way. You say that you can't escape, but there's no better place for me. Then now I will run a little bit on the one you let it get. I don't believe it, 'cause every now and then I fall a bit behind. Oh, every time I stare in your eyes, every night and then I fall a bit behind. Oh, every time I stare in your eyes. And girl, you'll find your heart to be left behind. I'll run, you're high, no better than to stay outside. I'll live always. You say that you can't escape, but there's no better place for me. Living down that I fall a bit beyond. Oh, every time I stare in your eyes, every now and then I fall a bit behind. Oh, every time I stare in your eyes. Who are you to merge your finger? You must have been out your head. I hold deep in muddy water, like raise the dead. Must have been high, must have been high, must have been high, must have been so high, must have been loud. I hold deep in muddy water, practically raised for death. Rock the grave to snow the cradle and throw the evidence down. I hold deep in muddy water, I was first outside in the pouring rain, trying to get myself said that I'll flow to you, my darling, in my head. And I'm often tired of feeling when you against me there nonetheless. I keep going on your dust, let me against my head. Oh, I would bleed your skin, I'd even wash your clothes. Give me some candy after my love. Oh, darling, I kiss your eyes, lay it down on my room. Give me some candy after my love. Oh, I'm often about believing the God says on my name, and I know I must believe him when he gets me on my leg. I've got a lot of love for me, baby, but I guess it's not quite enough. And this one ever my story, you're my diamond in the rough. Oh, I will break your skin, I'd even wash your clothes. Give me some candy after my love. Oh, darling, I kiss your eyes, lay it down on my room. Give me some candy after my love. Oh, I'll be there waiting for you. Oh, I'll be there waiting for you. Oh, I'll be there waiting for you. I'll be there waiting for you. Oh, your skin, I'd even wash your clothes. Give me some candy after my own. Oh, darling, I'm kissing your eyes, lay it down on my room. Give me some candy after my own. Your skin, I'd even wash your clothes. Give me some candy after my own. Darling, I kiss your eyes, lay it down over my room. Not a bit after my oh, 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 I don't know what I have done. I've turned myself to demon. Brother, what the God have I done? I've turned myself into a demon. Demon for this girl. No way back. Left it all on the front lawn, and I found my way back. I'm free of the mental imagery. You. It's been a long time. It's been a long, long pictures in your smile. Oh. Trouble's what you're in. Trouble, yeah. Trouble's what you're in. Trouble, yeah. In the darkest room, sad is my heart. In this lonely room, sitting in the dark, looking at pictures of you. This is the only light I see, and it's in the past of you. Don't want the sympathy, I just want you. This is nothing more than true. I can't make it true. Woo! Hey. Hi guys, welcome back to Wessin The World. I'm Wessin, currently in your world, and I am loving it. Living life peacefully, calmly, just jamming some tunes. What was I singing now? Embracing you this way. This one is so my soul now. Wide-eyed, hopefully, while I gladly remember what came before this precious moment, and choosing to be here right now. Hold on, the inside this new experience. In this whole new reality, in this whole new reality, in this whole new experience, in this whole new reality. Choosing to be here in this body holding me, this body reminding me that I am not alone, and this body holding me, living eternal, all this pain is an illusion. An illusion. Oh, 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 illusion. What you mean? What you mean you're not coming back? I called you later and you were outside. It's always dreams inside my bed. The curtains close, you be inside my bed. You were always down for it. Can't hold back a smile when you tried for it. You were always down for it. Can't hold back a smile when you try for it. You're giving me the coldest stare, like you don't even know I'm there. Why don't we turn the page? Why don't we turn the? Why don't we turn the page? Why don't we turn the? You're giving me the coldest stare. You don't even know I'm there. Don't we turn the page? Why don't we turn the? Why don't we turn the page? Why don't we turn? Thank you for joining me for another jam. This has been Wessin The World. I'm Wes. I'm currently in your world, and music. That's what it's all about. If there's gonna be a god of like all of this, it's probably music. Picture it when you're down. You know, it does loads of stuff. It's a massive, it's a mega force in society. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me. It's always fun. Jamming's always fun. Oh, 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 I know it hurt. What you done, you can't give it a name. You just gotta make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain. Yeah. Make it rain. Whoa. Make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain. Ah. Man, shit. I'm so glad that I got so much practice in playing guitar and singing during this period of time during the pandemic. So it's just, can't wait to go out and busk, make some pocket change. Go get some pocket change. I want your spare change. Nah, I just like playing in front of people. If you could put yourself in a really awkward situation where you just like in front of people whilst they're sober and trying to just be able to tolerate crowds of people. If you can make them escape that, that's pretty cool. I want to be able to touch people in those ways. In those ways. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Don't stress. You never know what's next. And it's exciting. It's not scary.